Okay, there we go.
Okay, we are set. Welcome to the November 12th, 2025 full board meeting of Manhattan Community Board 6. My name is Sandy McKee and I am the chair of CB6. This meeting is called to order. You can sit at the front. Okay, this meeting is called to order at 7:05 p.m. Tonight, we are joined by First Vice Chair John Keller, Secretary Justin Goldberg, District Manager Jesus Perez, District Manager Brendan Burr, and Community Coordinator Brian Lafferty. We seem to have an echo.
It's great. Thank you.
Our ground rules: do not speak until granted the floor. Please raise your hand and wait for me to recognize you. It is important that only one person speaks at a time so that members of the public watching at home can understand what is being said. You will be given a microphone if you are recognized to speak. The chat function should not be used for CB6 business or questions about agenda topics. Members of the public, if you wish to give remarks during the public session and have not already registered by filling out a form, you can register to speak in the public session on Zoom by using the Q&A feature and posting your name, your affiliation, and what specific topic you wish to speak about. Or if you are here in person and want to speak in the public session, you need to fill out our public speaker form, which is near the sign-ins for the CB6 newsletter over on the side here. This needs to be done by 7:15. The agenda for tonight's meeting was distributed ahead of time by the board office, was posted online, and appears on the screen before you. If there is no objection, we will adopt the agenda as stated. Board members, if you object to adopting the agenda, you may raise your hand. Seeing no objections, the agenda for tonight's meeting is adopted. Justin will now take attendance by roll call.
We will now take attendance by roll call. Board members, when your name is called, please say present.
Ready.
Tanya Arias,
Present.
Kyle Tide, Neil Barclay, Marty Barrett,
Present.
Ellie Barroso, Daniel Bernstein, Liz Burr,
Absent.
Jim Collins,
Here.
Stu Desser,
Present.
Beatrice Disman,
Present.
Maya Donahue, Robert Fairfan,
Present.
Barack Friedman,
Present.
Jason Fromowitz,
Present.
Eric Goldberg,
Present.
Justin Goldberg, present. Gloria Hage,
Present.
Rabia Iqbal,
Absent.
Paige Judge,
Paige, are you here? I don't see Paige.
Not yet.
Rupal Kakad, John Keller,
Present.
Kate Kennedy, Katie Lambda,
Present.
Sandra Leftoff,
Present.
Anton Malner,
Present.
Sandra McKee,
Present.
Alec Militic,
Absent.
Richard Mintz,
Present.
Kevin O'Keefe, Reshma Patel,
Present.
Stephen Perez,
Present.
Will Perry,
Present.
Omar Qureshi,
Absent.
Miriam Ralph, Michael Anro, Lauren Shire,
Present.
Ann Seligman,
Here.
Sandra Sherrod, Mubin Siddiqui,
Present.
Letty Simon,
Excused.
Mark Thompson,
Present.
Gabe Terzo,
Present.
Capolero, James Vera, Jerry Weinstein,
Present.
Sarah Whittington,
Present.
David Woods,
Here, I'm present.
Shu Yazao.
With 34 members legally present, we do have quorum.
Our elected officials sent in their reports ahead of time and they are compiled on the CB6 website. The link to the reports was sent out ahead of time and for your convenience can be found in the chat on Zoom or by going to our website's page for full board meetings. I will call on each of the elected officials who have RSVP'd so that they can take questions from CB6 members and the public about their pre-submitted reports. Each elected official will be able to field questions. If there are no questions, we will move to the next elected official on our list. If an elected official has a time-sensitive matter to report on that didn't make it into their pre-submitted report, they will have 3 minutes to do so. First on our list is Braca Rosenberg from BP Levine's office. Is Braca?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm gonna keep my camera off. But hi everybody, it's good to see you all. I just want to touch on a few things because I wasn't able to get my report in right away. But I just have a couple of things. I want to thank everybody who participated in our leadership training series. We're happy to provide these trainings, and they're available now on our YouTube channel. As we approach board term limits, we had a training led by Jesus on archiving resolutions and board documents to make sure that institutional knowledge gets transferred from all of you to the next generation of board members. So thank you very much for Jesus for that. And if anybody missed these trainings, they are available on our website, on our YouTube channel, as well as trainings we've hosted in past years. We also want to note given all the uncertainty around the federal shutdown, even though it seems to be coming to an end, we have been very concerned. And if you or someone you know is looking for food assistance, please visit the Food Bank of New York's Food Map Finder. I think it's findfood.org, but correct me if I'm wrong, to find the nearest location for support. Our office is also partnered with the Hebrew Free Loan Society to provide no-cost interest-free loans up to $7,500 for low and moderate income federal workers. So you can reach out to us directly to learn more and apply. Finally, the Borough President recently provided testimony at an important hearing on right to counsel, which Borough President Levine was proud to introduce and successfully pass into law in his time in the City Council, making New York City the first municipality in the nation to provide a lawyer to households facing eviction in housing court. The hearing provided Borough President Levine a platform to provide recommendations on how to increase the percentage of cases receiving representation. And we continue to support efforts to fully fund the right to counsel law. That's all I have, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Jerry has a question for you.
Thanks. Hi, Braca. Hope you're feeling better. My question is that the Right to Counsel and Housing, et cetera, is funded at 40%. What efforts you're making to, or how can you quantify this increase?
I can bring that back to policy to find any specific initiatives. I know overall we've just been very supportive of anything that comes up, and we've been looking for opportunities to find that funding to fund it the rest of the way. But I would have to talk to the policy team on exactly the specific initiatives in the work right now.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions for Rob? Great, thank you very much. We'll go on to Julie Rowland from Assemblymember Boris's office. And she's here in person.
Blinking, so it might take a moment for it to work.
Great. Okay, hello everyone. I'm Julie here from Assemblymember Alex Boris. Our first announcement is just that this Sunday, we're having a town hall, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. at Hunter College. There is a link to RSVP, but if you want to write it down, it's also, we submitted it, but it's bit.ly/Boris Town Hall 2025. Ask any question you want when you RSVP or even prompted to ask a question. Feel free to do that even if you can't come. If you just want him to answer a question, we really do hope to see you all there. The second is that Click to Cancel has activated. This is something that Assemblymember Boris worked on that then was passed unanimously. It's going to make it so subscription services have to be as easy to cancel as they are to sign up for. So you can click to subscribe, It's not gonna be a whole, you don't have to jump, you don't install 3 rentals to get rid of it. Yeah, any question now?
I think it's great that you're working on making a description of the cancel, because like, I've had a situation where I needed to call like customer service, figure out how to cancel my description, how do you do that? I think it's great that you're working on a way to make it easy to cancel, because I think that should be a way to make sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, any of us we try to cancel and it says, are you sure we miss you? You sure you don't wanna come back? We're like, what did I just say? Anyway, okay, so I'd like to cancel now. That is enacted. The next announcement is just me. Again, if you weren't here at the last month's meeting, that was my first time here, but I'm new. I'm the new district director. Really would love to get to know all of you, so please talk to me, but also I'm gonna give you my email. So if you have any questions, you can use me as a point of contact for our office. So that's Julie@alexforest.nyc, or it's Roland J, ROLANDJ@nyassembly.gov. Please send me an email, just to say hi, set up coffee, tell me about your experience in this community, or call, email me with serious grievances and we'll do everything we can to fix them. The last thing is just that we have notary services at our office, which is 353 Lexington. We have them Monday through Thursday for free from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. You yourself need that or spread the word to your community. Thank you very much.
Do you have any questions? Or? Not today, okay,
Thank you.
great, thank you. Next we have, we gotta wait for it to stop. Next we have Katie Loeb from Senator Gonzalez's office. Katie, are you online or here or?
We will come back to her.
Okay, next we have Maki Bentley from Congressman Nadler's office, who is here with us.
Good evening, everyone. Nothing to add to the report, but happy to take any questions. This is one thing, so we have votes, happening tonight, so things are, we'll see. But just tracking on, keep tracking and keep fighting. Yeah, no questions. I hope you all have a great evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Joanna Sanchez from Assembly Member Harvey Epstein's office. Okay, how about Alexander Garcia from District Attorney Bragg's office?
I saw her earlier.
All right, we're rolling along here. Patrick Hill from Councilmember Power's office.
Good evening, everyone. I don't have anything to add on top of our report, but I do want to highlight one item of our report is that we are having a vaccine drive on the 17th, and encourage people to check it out. It's in partnership with Bellevue, and want to make sure, if folks haven't been vaccinated, to take advantage of this. Insurance isn't required. They won't turn anyone away. So if anyone has not been vaccinated or knows anybody who has been looking for an appointment, please feel free to come join us.
And vaccinated for what?
Oh, sorry. This is a COVID vaccine.
Okay.
And I believe
And
they are offering flu vaccinations as well.
Okay, and it's at Bellevue.
Yes, it's in partnership with Bellevue.
Okay, great. Thank you. Do we have any questions for Patrick? All right, thanks very much.
Of course.
Next we have, excuse me, Jasper Diaz from the Mayor's Community Affairs Unit. Who's here in person. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. It's my first time attending CB6 in person. I did the Manhattan Borough Director for Manhattan South. My predecessor, Robin Force, is now with First Deputy Mayor Randy Mastro's office. So I'm very happy to join in person. If you have any issues, please call me. My telephone number is 347.
Our mics are being a bit temperamental tonight. This is not you, I promise.
My telephone number is 347 347-669-6659. Again, that's 347-669-6659. If you need any city agency assistance, issues with sanitation, I can't make any promises, but I'll reach out to the agency, try to facilitate the connection and try my best to get it resolved. So you can call me anytime. I don't typically turn my phone off at night, so,
Can you repeat them again one more time?
669-6659. It's a lot faster. You can call or text me. I do have an email address. I shared it with the district manager and the chair. I can also, I'll give that out as well. It's JADS, it's JADIAZ, at cityhall.nyc.gov. And again, if you need agency related assistance, anything from the city, I can do my best to help assist. Other than that, I don't have any major updates. I did attend a walkthrough with Assembly Member Harvey Epstein, who helped initiate the tour along with the DA and Senator Gonzalez's office. At Stuyvesant Park with the Neighborhood Association, there's a number of quality of life issues. So working very closely with PEP and also with Parks and other city agencies to help alleviate those concerns. I actually live not far from here. I grew up in CB3, so it's not very far from Waterside Plaza. There's a few updates from the administration. The mayor did announce a slate of public-private initiatives to support NYC's SNAP recipients amidst the federal government shutdown. Sure, some of you may have heard in the last 2 weeks, the governor allocated, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was around $41 million for food pantries. There's also a lawsuit from I think 28 other states against USDA. So DSS, last time I talked to them, they were waiting for guidance, from the federal government for this. In addition, the mayor has announced an investment of $40 million for universal seating, installing seating at every bus stop in New York City at approximately 8,750 eligible bus stops with the Department of Transportation. The mayor also announced the first in the nation technology to integrate public schools with 911 for rapid response to active shooter situations. And additional funding for 5,000 new police officers, bringing uniform headcount up to 40,000 by FY 2029. Those are my updates. Of course, if you have any issues, please do contact me and I'll do my best to assist. Thank you so much. I yield the rest of my time, Mr. Chair.
Great, thank you. Do we have any questions? No, okay, great. Thank you very much. Let's see if we, is Joanna Sanchez available? Alexander Garcia? Alexander, do you, you should be able to unmute and join us.
Okay. Am I there?
Great, okay, please.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even aware of that. Give me 1 second. I did it.
What office?
The district attorney's office.
District Attorney Bragg's office.
Okay. So let's make some quick announcements. Thank you so much for having me. Is my camera on? No, it's off. Okay, our office announced the trial conviction of Daniel Hayden, 46, for the driving while intoxicated crash that killed 4 people and injured 7, celebrating the 4th of July in Corliss Park on July 4, 2024. On November 3, 2025, a New York State Supreme Court judge convicted Hayden of 4 counts of murder in the 2nd degree, aggravated vehicular homicide, and 4 counts of assault in 2nd degree, and 3 counts of assault in the 3rd degree. He's expected to be sentenced on December 3rd, 2025. Our office had also announced the indictment of Anthony Pittman, 35, for allegedly stealing a woman's identity to fraudulently secure a luxury apartment in Murray Hill and then unlawfully subletting it. Pittman is charged with 1 count of identity theft in the 1st degree and 3 counts of criminal possession of a forged instrument in the 2nd degree. The investigation is ongoing, and please call us at 212-335-3300 if you may be a victim. Lastly, applications for our Youth Ambassador Program open this Friday, November 14th. Youth Ambassador Program, or YAP as we call it, provides beheading youth with an insider's view of the criminal justice system, where they can learn about our office and its role in the criminal justice system. Youth ambassadors have a platform to voice their ideas and how we can best serve their community. They will also participate in workshops, discussions, and community engagement activities. This is a paid internship as well. So, and it will run from January 12th through Wednesday, March 18th of 2026. For more information, please contact our youth program coordinator, Liz Arts, at yap@danny.nyc.gov or 212-335-4248. Thank you so much.
Do we have any questions for the district attorney's office? No, great, thank you so much. Joanna or Katie? All right, if they happen to make it, we'll have them speak later. Has anyone signed up to speak in the public session?
They have. First person on the list is Sakshi Khatri, a parent at the Salk School of Science who wishes to speak against relocating the school. All right, Ms. Khatri, you have 3 minutes to make your remarks.
Brendan, do
You may begin
Yeah.
now.
No, can I begin when I get the microphone? It's valuable time.
Hi there, my name is Sakshi Khatri. I have 2 kids in Salt Middle School, an 8th grader and a 6th grader. So I'm hoping that CB6 knows about what's happening. Thank you for your help and support on this. So I just wanted to begin by saying for 30 years, Salk School of Science has been located on 320 East 20th Street. It is a nationally recognized top performing middle school in District 2. An award-winning small community-based public school known for its rigor, warmth, and fun, supporting roughly 360 students. And that was really the reason why I wanted both my children to go to Salk while we were still zoned for Wagner up in 67th Street, give or take. And most of our children are from neighborhoods in and around Salk, walking distance. The issue that's at hand is that because of the state mandate classroom reduction size, Salk may be forced to vacate its shared space with PS40 and a merger with 75 Morton on the West Village, remind you, west side, outside of CB6, was something that was proposed by Superintendent Kelly McGuire, which 97% of the Salk families opposed. So, this uncertainty with regards to Salk's future will have a huge impact on admissions and enrollment. So we really request CB6 to advocate for a long-term home for Salk within the CB6 neighborhood so that it continues to support the community, help identify and secure that location. We have parents here who've done a lot of time looking for alternatives, affirm Salk's permanent presence in the neighborhood, draft a CB6 resolution supporting these goals and opposing any future merger and especially a relocation outside of CB6. Why this matters is Salk is the #1 performing middle school in District 2. A wait list of almost 300 students annually. CB6 has just 2 middle schools, Salk and Baruch. Baruch is 3 times larger with about 1,000 students. Losing Salk will leave a major gap on the east side middle school options. And the sub-district housing Salk already has the fewest open seats in District 2, showing a highest demand. So our proposed solutions really are to build a new standalone Salk building. We've identified Spark and Kips Bay, and then it's a science-based. Kips Bay Spark is science-based. It sort of aligns very well with Salk School of Science. Our identity. Or consider other temporary or alternate solutions such as Washington Urban Campus. We have Immaculate Conception, there's Mount Sinai Beth Israel Complex. And right now also, since time is of the essence, request a temporary class size reduction is exemption for both Salk and PS40 until a new home is found. And then more importantly, it's the current 6th graders were not aware of this. We were in some ways blindsided and gaslighted. Sorry for that choice of words. So we really want to delay a relocation till the current 6th graders graduate. And most importantly, to continue collaborating with families, with the DOE, with CB6 officials, with elected officials to really come to a solution that meets everybody's needs, not some one-sided plan by a person who should not be named.
That's great. Thank you.
And that's it. I hope I was under 3 minutes. Yes. Oh, am I fielding questions?
That's the correct. That's the prerogative.
We'll let
I don't know if I can answer questions, but okay.
we'll let Jim ask his question.
The plan is to abandon that campus
Oh, when you say that campus, what campus are we talking about?
The campus of the middle school.
Well, the plan we were given, and the only plan that we were given was to move Salt from CB6 on the east side and merge with Morton on the west side in West Village on 75 Morton Street, which 97% of parents have opposed.
And the second question is, are you aware that this board has had a resolution outstanding for some time to have the police academy serve as a school?
Oh, no, we did not, no, we did not know that, no.
The board knows that though.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I want to add that to the list.
Excellent, thank you so much.
Are you able to leave your remarks with us, or can you send us a clean speech?
I have copies of the letter, I can give all of you guys. Okay, excellent, excellent, yes,
Thank you.
I come prepared. I did probably kill a lot of trees when I was printing this, so apologies for that. Boss. Oh, we have, yes.
We'll send it out to everybody with a PDF, so then
We
you
have a lot more, does anybody want? Since I printed, we can be nice to the trees, yes.
Okay,
All right.
we'll send it out to the board members electronically.
Good.
Next on the list is Milka Apoy, a CUNY School of Public Health student who wishes to speak on proposed New York City Council legislation that would require the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to conduct public education and outreach on fertility treatment. Ms. Apoy, are you here? Online? I don't see you. Okay, then we will move on. Tasha Frazier is a resident of this district who also wishes to speak on that topic. Ms. Frazier? Okay, I don't see anyone. Next on the list, we have Mubin Siddiqui, who is a member of this board, but is speaking in her private capacity about a food drive her organization is running. Mubin, you have 3 minutes. So you may begin now.
Do I need the mic or should I just speak? Because it seems to not be working. Wow.
If you can belt it out.
Hello, everyone. Good luck, by the way. Hello, everyone. As you know, my name is Mubin Siddiqui, and for the last louder. For the last 11 years almost, I've been working for a wonderful nonprofit called Muslim Volunteers for New York. And those of you who don't know us, this is what our logo looks like. And we've been serving New York City and its boroughs for almost the last 11 years in the areas of alleviation of hunger and poverty. So thank you, Braca, and for the gentleman from the mayor's office for setting the stage for that. In the areas of education, where we work with over 30 schools, colleges, and universities, the environmental stewardship, and historically, we've also served with Ronald McDonald House, New York City, serving them in the areas of health, wellness, and community. But I'm gonna keep these short. We all wanna get home, I know that. I'm gonna talk about a Thanksgiving food drive that we do annually. Sadly, as we all know, food insecurity is on the rise in New York City, and with the closure of SNAP benefits, it's worse. We do 3 drives annually. This one obviously falls in November each year. We do a Thanksgiving food drive. The beauty of it, it benefits 3 of the largest food pantries in New York City. And through them, we serve a very large number of people. So we support City Meals on Wheels in our very own district right here. A lot of isolated seniors rely on meals. Those are their only meals. And any bit of help that you can give, $1 or more, is much appreciated. We also serve West Side Campaign Against Hunger on the west side and New York Common Pantry on the Upper East Side. And through those 3 pantries, we serve a very large demographic of New Yorkers in all walks of life. So please open your hearts, open your wallets, donate generously. I brought the QR code here. I'm gonna leave it here. You can scan it, you can donate. It immediately takes you to the donation drive. The beauty of this drive is every dollar you give, it benefits not 1 but 3 food pantries without you having to make the effort to identify good candidates for as recipients. This year, we're also helping a school that has reached out to us because almost all the parents at the school are SNAP benefits and obviously SNAP recipients, and obviously those are suspended and they're without. So if we truly are in need, any help you can give will be much appreciated. And thank you so much for your time. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. put that somewhere? So
Yes, I'm
we can
gonna put it
scan
here, if that's
Okay.
all right with.
Absolutely, that's great.
Yeah, and it'll take you straight to the donation bank.
Great, thank you.
Thank you everyone so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, next on the list is Theodora Ox, who also wishes to speak to the board about the Salk School matter. So let me actually get the mic, is deciding whether it wants to work. Give me a second. All right, I think it's. Now I think it'll go. 3 minutes, you may begin now.
Hello, my name is Theodora Jokes. I am a sixth grader at the Salk School of Science. Salk is such an incredible school, such an incredible community. It offers something for everyone from debate, which I'm actually coming from, to chess. I mean, it really just does so much stuff, and merging it would just take away what we love about our school, which is its rigor, its warmth, and the fact that it's just such a gentle transition from elementary to middle school. And I mean, I personally was kind of stressed out about going to middle school, and going to Salk, I truly felt part of like a beautiful community. And Salk is a nationally recognized Whitman middle school, and I believe that it deserves to stay its own school, and it's,
Just spell today.
it's just such an incredible community, and I'm asking you, board members of Community Board 6, to keep Salk the community thing.
Great, thank you. Good job, thank you. Actually, Katie is here now. And Katie is here for Senator Gonzalez.
Yes.
It's been on the fritz, so you may have to do without it.
Temperamental.
Okay, I'll try, I'll hold it up, but maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I'll try to speak very loudly. Hello, everybody. Allow me to introduce myself. I know you've never seen me before. My name is Katie Loeb. I am the new Chief of Staff to State Senator Kristen Gonzalez, representing. I have my highlights turned in, but I want to mention something that's not included, which is our senior resource fair on December 4th. We represent 3 boroughs, so this one will be in Queens, but still there will be interesting things for everybody. And I also want to mention the State of the District next Monday, where you can learn all about the senator's achievements over the past year and her priorities going into the next legislative session. And I'm happy to take any questions.
Stu had his hand up first, so go ahead.
The report talks about the outpost therapeutic housing unit at Bellevue. Do you know if how many of those beds are reserved for people with mental health issues? And are any of those for people who have been diverted from prosecution, or are they all people who are detainees at Rikers?
They're all for people who are detainees at Rikers. These outposted therapeutic housing units are beds in a special section of Bellevue Hospital for people who are detained on Rikers who have severe medical needs that need the attention of a hospital, something that they cannot get on Rikers Island. I don't know the breakdown between behavioral and medical health, but it will, certainly allowing correctional health services to focus on the people on the island who have both behavioral and physical health needs is going to be a help for maintaining safety on Rikers Island and for the whole community as people are able to be in appropriate settings.
And of course, the conventional understanding is that nobody who has a mental health issue on Rikers is getting proper treatment there.
It's certainly not appropriate for somebody who has severe mental health issues, that needs the care of a clinician. Absolutely.
Marty had a question for you.
Hi, what's the likelihood that the governor will be signing the dignity and death bill that's on the desk?
I don't have that answer, but I will certainly look into it.
Okay. That's it, Katie.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You look like someone who used to work for our councilwoman.
Yes. And is that everyone?
Unless Miss Milka Empoy or Tasha Frazier are actually here, last call. That then concludes the speakers list for tonight.
Okay, and I think that, Joanna? No, I don't think she's here either. Okay, we'll keep moving. The minutes from the October 8th full board meeting were distributed to board members ahead of time by the board office. If there is no objection, we will adopt the minutes as drafted. Steve?
Yes, I just wanted to make a request that we amend the minutes because we did amend from the floor. Last time we did amend from the floor, the budget committee's budget resolutions to include affordable housing back on our list. So that should go back on the notice.
Okay, Justin, we're going to add that. That's, I think that's the protocol. Okay, we will amend those. If you have no objection to adopting the amended minutes, you may, sorry. I guess we have no objections with the amended minutes. So, the October 8th full board meeting minutes are adopted. They will soon be available on the CB6 website. Chair's report. We had the official opening of our new 34th Street Park, and it is no longer a park for cars. This was Jesus's tag on it, a park for cars. There was talk about the west side being better, having a better waterfront than we do, but we're working on it. Absolutely, we're working on it. Every new addition is hard worn, but it's well worth it. The Housing Committee will be working with a fund for the City of New York Community Planning Fellow. She is a graduate student from the School of Social Service at Fordham University, and she will be looking at senior housing needs in our district.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've been lucky enough to have a planning fellow almost every year since I've been on the board. And it's a really wonderful resource, and it's something that every committee has the possibility to access. So you just have to come up with a good plan. We've realized we probably should submit only one for one planning fellow. 2 is too much for us to kind of accommodate. But, start thinking about it now, what your committee, what outside help it could use to have data or research some information that you're looking for on your committee. The borough president's leadership trainings are over, as they noted, and they're still accessible. Can I ask how many people attended at least one training? Okay, it's something they do ask us to do, and it does change every year. Anne, you have your hand.
So the reason I did not attend, and I did watch one of them afterwards, is because I was notified with like less than 3 days notification, was given one option each for any of the required trainings. And I couldn't make any of them, like we're all busy, right? I think one.
So watching them counts, absolutely counts. That's, I will say, did anybody go to a training or watch a training?
But I mean, I think it was super frustrating to me because I do find them valuable resources. I find I have learned a lot, even though I've been on the board for a while.
Okay.
And that they gave such short notice and only had one opportunity for each of them to participate was and like the email was like, you must attend this and you have to do it in the next week. was frankly a little insulting, so.
So,
just saying, that
Braca,
may be why you don't see my hands raised.
Braca has a response. Go ahead, Braca.
Hi, so first I do want to apologize for the delayed notice. There was some complication because normally we would announce it at the community board meeting beforehand, and that was a rare occasion. As you all know, we just about always have representation here. But I was sick and nobody was able to fill in that day. So we weren't able to announce it earlier as we usually do. And our email communications have been a little bit hindered by the blackout period before the election. In terms of promoting our own events, we were limited in terms of some communications, and there was some confusion around that in terms of what we're allowed to promote. But we did send it out. We do, count attendance as for the recorded sessions. I will say people have asked as well about how do we know? Is there a quiz or anything? When you reapply for the board, we ask on the official form, and that counts as self-attestation, whether you've completed any of the trainings or the mandatory ones, and you just check that off and you sign your name legally on that. So that's a self-attestation. That's what we count as whether you've watched them. And we understand that not everybody can make every training. Every year, really, we have one option for each of the trainings. I don't think we've done any differently in the past, but I can definitely mention that for the future. Especially for the mandatory trainings. And we understand that not everyone's going to be able to make every session. So hopefully the fact that they're available online can help so that people don't feel like they're missing out. They don't feel like, we cornered them into, a particular week when they weren't available.
Okay, great. Thank you. Just a few more comments. The proposed charter revisions passed, except for the year, changing the election year. So we will need to do some research on how those changes will affect community planning. We have submitted comments on the Manhattan plan to the city planning, and we're gathering information for the planning study that city planning will be doing that is specific to our district. And we think that's going to start in January. We submitted our district needs statement and our budget requests, but realized that we need to make some modifications in how we prepare both of those documents. The budget committee had a robust discussion of this on Monday evening, and we will discuss it more at next week's executive meeting. So stay tuned for more information. The process is going to go a lot more smoothly next year, we hope. Miriam Ruff, the chair of our elections committee, is now given the floor.
I'm already standing up.
Oh, I thought it was after. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, Miriam's not yet. Sit down. And we have some good stuff in Jesus' report, so please.
All right, good evening, everyone. So I want to draw your attention to something new that we have added to the CB6 website, which, if you've ever heard me speak, we're very proud of. Sandy alerted me to the fact that there are some questions from members about term limits, because in about a year and a half, the first people who will be affected by term limits will come off of the board. And some people wanted to know when that would be. We keep pretty good records at the CB6 office. So under the resources for CB6 members page of the CB6 website, you just have to go to the resources section and then find the resources for CB6 members tab. You will see membership status, and you will have two links there that you can consult that pertain to your membership. If you're unsure whether when your term limit is, you can click this link, and it will have a list of every board member and when their term limit approaches. So everybody is here, and the list will we will modify the list so that everyone who is term limited will not appear on the list after they're done. So that's that. We also have, for those who are not sure when they have to reapply, because most members will have to reapply on 2-year cycles, sometimes it's 1 year. We have a list for that as well. For those of you who have to apply next year, 2026, we have that here, and then 2027. We have that here as well. So if you ever have any questions on that, you can go to the resources for CV6 members page and find that information.
So does it tell you how to reapply?
It doesn't tell you how to reapply, because typically what happens is the borough president's office will send you a reminder by email that you have to reapply. That said, the borough president's office typically releases applications at the end of a year. And then, so you can always go to their website to find it. And we also, on our website, have join the board, have a section on our website about, and then join the board, where once the application is live, we will link to it here. So if all else fails, you can go here. We have not, we have Braha on the call. Maybe she can tell us when we can expect the application, but typically we do watch that very carefully and we let people know. We also put it in our newsletter. As soon as we get word of it, we put it in the newsletter. So if you're engaging with your CV6 website and emails, you will see it. It looks like Larry has a question.
Short term, what month would be the final meeting in that term, let's say, the year 2027?
Well, the charter suggests that the term ends at the end of March. However, it also does say that members can stay on until their replacement is appointed. So it could be as late as the end of May, because the charter does say that by June 1st, if no one is appointed to replace you, you're done either way. So somewhere between the end of March and the end of May. If the appointments come on April 1st, like the charter suggests they should, though it's been since Scott Springer's VP-ship that's happened, then you have till the end of March. But more than likely, you'll have a month or two more. Though people can always leave whenever they wish by resigning. Was there another question I saw?
I see Braha's hand raised.
Braha?
Hi, yeah, a few things. I wanted to just first thank you, Jesus, for putting that together. I know we've gotten a lot of questions about term limits, so it's great that you have resources for your board members. And other boards could learn from you on that. I also want to flag that in terms of the term limits and the years that that your term would expire, we do have that on our website. We put that up in the last year. So you can now you have two places where you can look that up. As well as obviously reaching out to us if you ever need. I know I spoke with Letty about this a while back as well on how some of this was calculated because it was a little bit complicated. But yeah, so you can find that on our website. In terms of the timing of the application being released and of the appointments and final meetings, as you might expect, it's probably going to be a little bit different this year than the last few years because there's going to be a new administration. So we're kind of going to open the application, I expect in December. But don't quote me on that, but I believe it's going to be in December. But the appointments are going to be done by the next administration. So we typically have our appointments done on the schedule that, Jesus was flagging. But, the new administration is going to be adjusting to the new office. So I don't know if they're going to have, the same timeline, if it's going to be later, maybe they'll get it together sooner. But just to be aware of for that. Also, there was a question about reapplying. Like Jesus says, we always reach out to everybody who's up for reappointment multiple times, flagging the application so that everyone knows how to reapply and can do so on our website. Happy to answer any more questions on that.
Okay. Oh, Marty.
How many years will somebody who's term limited have to be off before they can apply again?
The charter says they should be off for a full term, so 2 years.
I thought it was 1 year.
We can check.
I thought the legislation that put in, I could easily be wrong on this, but I thought it was after 1 year is what the proposition that passed it.
Try as I might, I have not yet managed to memorize the charter. But I believe, we'll look into it and we'll let you know before the end of this meeting. I do have the charter bookmarked though.
Okay. Jesus, was there anything else you wanted to share with the board?
One fun bit of news, actually, I'm sorry that Harvey Epstein isn't here because we now have something in common with him. We too have now been mentioned, or a project that we're working on has now been mentioned on Saturday Night Live. 2 weekends ago, during their weekend update sketch, the wonderful park that CB6 advocated for at 34th Street River was lampooned on weekend update. Like Harvey was several months ago. So I'm wondering whether somebody in the SNL writers' room is a constituent of this district, because they certainly are interested in East Side happenings. But yes. So that concludes my report.
Okay, now Miriam has the floor.
I have nothing as exciting as that, except elections are always fun. Okay, the CB6 Elections Committee received 6 nominations and all candidates confirmed their desire to hold office. The candidates are as follows: Chair Sandy McKee, First Vice Chair John Keller, Second Vice Chair Justin Goldberg, Secretary Jerry Weinstein, Assistant Secretary No One, Treasurer Tanya Arias, Assistant Treasurer Kat Valero. Those few CB6 members who are joining us online, please remember that state law requires your cameras to be on and that your name be visible if you wish to vote in this election. So if your camera is not on, please do not submit a ballot. For those members who are present, please use the digital ballot that you have been provided online. There's an email that went out earlier today, but there might be another one that's gone out since the meeting started. Yes. And the CB6 staff can provide you with a link if you don't have it. This ballot is very similar to the one you're accustomed to using for voting on resolutions. All you need to do is click on the link to open the ballot, select your name from the drop-down list, and then select your preferred candidate for each of the board officer positions, or if you're abstaining. Jesus will announce the final vote counts once voting has concluded. If any part of our voting procedure is unclear, please raise your hand and we will address your question. The meeting will now stand at ease for a few minutes while you submit your votes and we have a chance to tabulate them.
And we have checked with the charter, it is 2 years, a full term.
No, because no one signed up before the deadline.
My phone's not working.
Well, I think anyone who would want to come back to the community board after 8 or 10 full years, kind of tragic. That's true. Yeah, I'm very tragic.
Tragically hip.
It is fun, yes. Serving your community is fun.
I think it's really cool. Better than staying home and complaining.
Yeah.
Did it go?
Tweeting or complaining about it.
Is there anyone online who needs help with the ballot? Here's your someone.
Is there anyone online who needs help with the ballot?
while they're doing that, in the room, Kyle Athaide never came. Okay. Neil Barkley never came.
Oh, he's here.
Neil's here now.
Okay. Daniel Bernstein never came.
No.
Kate Kennedy never came.
No.
Kevin O'Keefe never came. Reshma Patel.
She's been here and online.
Yeah, Reshma's been online.
Okay. All right, well, we still need your ballot, Reshma. Michael Ann Rowe never came.
I submitted my ballot already.
I don't see it.
I will do it again.
Michael Ann Rowe never came.
No, no.
James Vera never came.
No.
James? No.
So then we need Reshma. And that's it, I guess. Once we have Reshma, we will have everyone.
Okay, Reshma's just came in.
Okay. All right. So let's hear the results. For chair, Sandra McKee, 35 votes, 2 abstentions. Sandra McKee is your new chair. For first vice chair, John Keller, 35 votes, 2 abstentions. John Keller is your new first vice chair. For second vice chair, Justin Goldberg, 35 votes, 2 abstentions. Justin Goldberg is your new second vice chair. For treasurer, 36 votes, 1 abstention. Tanya Arias is your new treasurer. For assistant treasurer, Kat Valero, 36 votes, 1 abstention. Kat Valero is your new assistant treasurer. For secretary, 36 votes, 1 abstention. Jerry Weinstein is your new secretary. And tragically, the assistant secretary position has no candidates, so.
No one wants to.
That concludes the election. I'll hand it back to Marion.
That's it.
Okay. We've now arrived at our committee reports and resolutions. Members of the public, please note that during this section of the meeting, we only recognize questions from members of the board. The CB6 staff emailed the digital ballot to all members. Please click on the link in your email from the office to open the ballot, select your name, and vote on each resolution as it is presented. Do not hit submit until later in the meeting after the final resolution is presented and discussed. And after you've indicated all your votes on your ballot, you can submit it. You will not be able to submit the ballot unless you vote on every resolution. If you are abstaining, select abstain and note that this will count as a negative vote in the count. Final vote counts will be announced during the second roll call. If any part of our voting procedure is unclear, please raise your hand and we will address your question.
Point of information, treasurer's report.
Oh, all right, I'm missing everybody tonight, sorry. B's treasurer report, please go right ahead.
Okay, I thought we were hurrying on with the meeting. So let me do it pretty quickly. So according to the Crystal report for October, Our budget is the same as I reported before at $627,663 for the fiscal year. This includes $145,901, which is the street fair money. We've encumbered or liquidated money already at $291,753.24, which leaves us $335,909.76, of which, remember, $145,901 is street fair money. I want to really leave you with the fact that the budget is very tight. Projections that Jesus has done shows that we may end the fiscal year with under $900. That means if something happens, we will probably dip into street fair money. And so we have to be, again, extremely careful in what we do. And it's a very tight budget. Thanks, Sandy. If there's any questions.
Marty.
All this street fair money, we couldn't have somebody do hair and makeup since we have any pictures.
Marty, according to the resolution, it has to help the community. So if you could translate it into that, I think it could be authorized by the executive committee.
Yeah. Okay, and actually, I'd just like to note that the borough president's report has already been given. So I'm not skipping that. That's already been given. All right, health and environment, Rupert Kakad, our chair.
All right, so we have one resolution. It is basically calling on the collective to not forget that we lost a lot of hospital bed capacity and to find a replacement or like replace lost capacity. So yeah, just, you know, kind of want to say, hey, don't forget about this just because the hospital closed and all that is done and over. Let's not, you know, forget. So yeah, that's that. Any questions?
Is it just sort of a general request? There's no
Yeah.
identification of spend.
No, because we wanted to kind of keep it that way because unfortunate reality is that healthcare has become more and more like profit-based industry. So the committee kind of felt like we want to make it a little bit more open-ended in the sense that we also have to come up with now innovative ideas. So like we wanted to kind of let that be more open-ended so they have the option to like maybe come up with different solutions that maybe we haven't thought about, right? So if we narrow it down to like just a hospital or this place or that place, right? That's like, so that's why we wanted to kind of leave it kind of open-ended for them to maybe think outside the box, so to speak. And figure something out, like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, we can dream.
Yeah, yeah, basically, yeah. Anything else? All right, so.
All right, if there's no objection, we'll now vote on the resolution. Please mark your ballot. Don't submit it yet. And those who aren't using it, we will ask for your vote verbally during the second roll call and a report.
So we're meeting tomorrow. We're gonna have a couple of things on the agenda item. We're gonna continue discussion on the Kraton. We're also gonna vote on a resolution that's gonna support prohibiting sale of Kraton to anyone under the age of 21. We're also gonna have another resolution that is gonna support the legislation that Marty referenced earlier, the medical aid in dying. We're also gonna have a presentation from Stop the Chop NYNJ. So those will be what we'll be discussing, and yeah.
Point of clarification, what's Kraton?
Yeah, so a couple of months ago over the summer, a constituent in our district emailed concerned about the sale of Kraton. So I had the same question you did when I first saw that email. It is basically derived from a plant that is native to Southeast Asia. And essentially it's used a lot of times in traditional ways over there, but here the way it's sold, there's a lot of confusion about what it does. It has been shown to be extremely addictive, so a lot of people are using it as an alternative to opioid addiction and things like that. People are just kind of self-medicating, but there's no FDA research on nothing done, but people are just kind of using it, and there have been a few deaths in certain instances from contamination or overdose or mixing with other drugs, and just And its use is rising, and so the constituent felt like, given that we're still in the opioid crisis, or just kind of trying to somehow getting a handle on it. Now here comes this other drug that is completely like not monitored in any way. And so they just talk about it, and the resolution we're supporting, it has, the bill has passed the Assembly and the Senate. So we're just asking, you know, to support. There were a couple of bills that have passed both the Assembly and the Senate, and this is the one the committee felt like we wanted to support, which basically limits the sale to anyone under the age of 21.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Where is it being sold?
Pretty much all over, like bodegas, like small shops.
So it's in shops and stuff, it's not like it's illegally being trafficked or anything?
No, it's right now, there's no legal limitations on it, so it is legally being sold in the state of New York. There are a few states that have some limitations, like not selling to anyone under the age of 21, but New York is not one of those states. In New York, when they're selling it, they're not breaking any laws. They're selling a product that at this time is very much legal to be sold to anyone.
Oh, wow. Okay, thank you.
Okay, great.
Any other question?
Seems not. Thank you. Next, we have Jason Fromowitz, Chair of the Transportation Committee.
Hello, everybody. We have two resolutions tonight. First one is resolution of support for Lexington Avenue bus lane improvements from 60th Street to 52nd Street. NTA is proposing adding a offset, or sorry, DOT is proposing a offset bus lane in that area. The resolution supports the plan for the offset bus lane and asks DOT to also extend that further down south as well as soon as possible.
Marty, and then Ann.
Couple of questions. Doesn't CB6 end at 59th Street? So how is our resolution going to 60th? Then, if it is between, well, I don't understand why we're indicating Central Synagogue specifically as a problem in the resolution. The block between 59th and 60th, much of the year is blocked with buses and vans that are going out to the Hamptons and the east. So if you're going to be mentioning places where there are possible issues, that should be one of the issues, and if you're not, then you should be talking about Central Synagogue.
The reason for Central Synagogue being specifically called out, if I recall correctly, was that there was, I think concern about the placement of the bus stop. I can't remember specifically why that came up.
Security issue, we're concerned about security issues with this.
Security issues,
It was security issues and how the bus stop would be affected.
The bus stop would be affected. Did you hear that? B, that was B. I mean, it's not actually in our district, Central Synagogue.
with regards to the 60th Street, that's just a length that they're making the change. You're correct about the bounds of the district. That was the project proposal, so we're supporting the overall project.
And Jason, did it went to CB5 as well, right? It must have,
I
Yeah.
didn't.
CBA.
no, for the other side of Lex.
But he
Well, Lex, the other side, it's on Lex, so
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if they're planning on implementing it north of 60th Street.
yeah,
So I don't know if they visited them for the block, I'm not positive.
yeah, well, that would be 8, where 5 is the other side of Lex, but anyway,
Yes,
anyway.
5 they were on the pre-meeting, so I
Yeah.
assume they presented to the board.
Ann had her hand up.
So, I don't have a problem with this, and in fact, I think offset bus lanes make a lot of sense, because I noticed how often, even like literally today, a bus that I was boarding could not get to the length by the sidewalk. because there were too many people parked there. And so they're kind of using the offset lane anyway. But my concern about this specific location is that there's a lost lane between, I think, 49th and 45th. Due to just sort of endless construction that's been going on. And I just wonder if the DOT kind of took that into account in their, the traffic study. Because, you know, if the construction starts, I think it starts at 49th Street, then everything kind of, you know, it's not down before that, right? Like that. So I wonder if this is actually gonna help.
I can't speak for what data DOT used, it did come up in the meeting, but they did believe that the road overall has capacity to support and from their study that there's capacity to support the also Muslim.
And Jim has a question.
Last time I walked down Lexington Avenue on the west side, appeared to be a full lane in the 40s on the west side of the avenue that was not used for anything. And then you had the bus lane and then you had traffic. So I'm just wondering what the point of that empty space is. It's the west side of Lexington and it's in roughly the 40s. And I think I noted it's particularly a couple of blocks north of Grand Central Post Office.
That's
So
exactly.
45th.
Jim, if you had attended the meeting, you would have.
Construction at the time.
Jim, if you'd attended the meeting, there was quite a robust discussion at the meeting about that particular area.
I didn't attend that meeting.
Okay.
About that, so there's a pedestrian space in the area of Grand Central that's basically extended sidewalk, is that, I'm pretty sure that's what you're referring to?
North of Grand Central up to
Yes.
Yes, so we have it's intended to be extended pedestrian space. There's improvements coming with that as part of the shared street. There's some reconstruction as another project that's gonna be improving that space. But yes, right now it's pedestrian space and then adjacent to that is the bus lane.
I'm sorry, that is not pedestrian space there. There is construction and in fact, one of the bus stops that used to be at 45th left has been moved to south of 45th because of that construction that has been going on for 2 years. And according to the MTA, there is no end in sight.
Okay, yeah, I might be mixing up projects in specific blocks.
And I don't think so. Jim is talking about the planters.
Right, that's what I was.
Yeah. You're talking about the area that has the planters right in front of Grand Central.
The post office and all.
Right, that north, okay, because it goes a certain distance up. I don't.
Yeah, I'm
know.
not sure where it is specific.
Yeah, I think it's 45th.
The area specifically that I noticed it is that building on Lexington, west side of Lexington, that has a fairly big plaza, and I think it's like 46, 48, somewhere there.
And that's the construction, there's construction there? Oh.
Nothing, it was just a blank space. And
The curb space was,
say again?
the curb space specifically? The curb.
It was the curb, and then this space, and then.
Yeah, we're looking at Google.
I asked my wife, I mentioned it to my wife, I said, why is this space empty? It doesn't make sense. But we were trying to have cap.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't know offhand.
Here we are.
Here we are.
This is 45th.
West side, go up a little north. further
Keep
north.
going north on Lex.
We've now gone back in time, but this is,
Yeah.
See, right there, that space on the left.
Right, so that's the extended pedestrian space.
Nobody's walking there.
I agree with you that it is a suboptimal design, and this is.
Where's the construction you're talking about?
I know it's, I know it's like.
You know, as much as this is really interesting, it doesn't affect this particular resolution. So I suggest you bring these comments to the next transportation meeting, and they're going to be discussing, I believe, again, the pedestrians. Oh, no, okay. All right, watch the video, watch the video.
There are concerns about that pedestrian space, there's some improvements coming, if there's interest, we could potentially add. But separately.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
If there's no further discussion, we'd like to vote on this resolution. Please mark your ballots.
All right, while you're voting on that, our next resolution I'll introduce, this is a resolution supporting, the FNM subway train line swap, and, we're also recommending restoration of full-time subway service, Lexington Avenue 50/51st Street, and Fifth Avenue stations via the 53rd Street tunnel. I'm gonna do my best to try to summarize this, it's a lot to wrap your head around. At simplest form, basically we're taking the FNM trains, are switching in order to resolve some bottlenecks on the Queens side. So where the F train will now stop at, Queens Plaza, and Lexington 53rd, between Lexington 53rd and Queens Plaza, whereas it stops between Lexington 53rd and the Queen.
Lexington
Road.
59th, right?
Queens Bridge and 63rd.
63rd.
And the M is currently at 53rd and Queens Plaza and they're flat.
Would you like it?
The ones that will affect our general area is the F train currently goes from Queensbridge to 21st Street in Queens. And it comes through the 63rd Street tunnel through Roosevelt Island into 63rd Street where the Q stop is. That's gonna switch to where the M currently runs, which is at Queens Plaza in Queens, and it comes into Lexington and 53rd Street where the E and the 6th train are. And we're going to switch during the weekday. Regular hours, not late night hours.
Yeah, and so late night hours, they're gonna maintain their existing service. And so our resolution is in support of their change, as well as asking them to make the change, 24 hours and extending 24-hour service, across both lines.
Why did they keep the original one as not specific?
I'll try to answer the question about why they did this. When the 63rd Street's tunnel was open and service was provided to supplement the existing service, they didn't add any trains. So what they did in hours when there wasn't going to be a maximum service was they took away the local service on 53rd Street that ran down 6th Avenue. They kept the service that ran down 8th Avenue. So if I want to go from Stuyvesant Town to the Museum of Modern Art on a weekend, I have to take 4 trains, 1 or 2 stops to change. That's why we're proposing 24/7, keeping the service the same and not confusing people.
And the benefit that we're ultimately gonna get here is more reliable service, less delays. That's why the MDF wants to move over with this.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's no objection, we'll now vote on this resolution. Please mark your digital ballot.
And report, happy and excited personally to report, that the 3rd Avenue bike lane, implementation has started. There's ongoing work on 3rd Avenue, excited to see that finally come to fruition. Also pleased, to report that, DOT acted on one of our recent resolutions, calling for some changes to the area of Avenue C and the side town loop. And they implemented some big lighting there with those months of requests. So I was happy to see them, taking our feedback seriously. And that's all I have.
Tanya?
Jason, oh, sorry, oh, this reliable thing, okay. As someone who uses the M42 all the time, back and forth, heard a report on the news that it is the slowest bus route in all the city. And I can attest to that. Is there anything that has been discussed about maybe improving that route, because it is just a nightmare?
There very much has, we
Thank you.
we have a resolution, maybe a year or so ago, calling for 42nd Street to become a busway, like 14th Street, and as proposed and supported by this board, 34th Street. We would love to see 42nd Street get much more reliable bus service. I believe that would be the best way that we'd be able to assure better bus service. I've also found myself trying to get across town on 42nd Street on the far west side, and it's really unhelpful, so.
Well, obviously somebody has noticed because it was on the news.
Yeah.
An outrider.
The what?
Yes, an outrider.
SNL.
So yeah,
Okay.
hopefully we'll see that potentially with the new mayoral administration, that's something we'll do that.
And I think Anne has a question in the back.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear about the idea of the bus lane on Third Avenue, and I know it's not, most of it's not in our.
Bike lane, right?
Oh, sorry, bike lane. But I wonder if you've heard anything from some of your colleagues on the NCB5 about for Madison, where there are 2 bus lanes. And I've taken the Madison Avenue bus a few times lately, and it is used more by bikes than by buses. And I was sitting there thinking, and it's like, damn, the only uptown bike lane is on First Avenue. And it's crazy, right? Like you have to go from Sixth Avenue to First for an uptown bike lane. And so I'm really glad to hear about Third, but I wonder if you've heard about any discussion about doing buses and bikes are not necessarily a great combination, but like sort of sharing that space on Madison Avenue where for much of our district, there is, or much of what would be in our, like between 42nd and 60th and South is, or 23rd to 60th is, there's a double bus lane. So just.
We had talked about a bike lane, we did recently support an expansion of the double bus lane. That I believe still plans to be implemented. I agree with you about the lack of uptown bike lane, it's from my experience frequently. I'm open to discussing that, we can talk about how we potentially address that anyway.
Okay, great. I think that's, oh, there was one more question, was there? Sorry.
I'm running the New York Marathon.
Yes. Did anyone else run the marathon? No. Okay, extra special.
Next year.
Everybody puts the other
Great, thank you. All right, Business Affairs and Licensing, Anton Molnar, our chair.
Four items there.
Yeah.
And there are applications for liquor licenses, all of which were pretty straightforward and normal. And I would like to entertain a resolution to bundle these.
Yeah, seconded. Okay, we'll go ahead and bundle.
Before there really were no real issues, and we had a very short meeting. As opposed to our usual 4-hour meeting, we only met for an hour and a half.
Anton, I have a question.
Oh, sorry.
We are happy to report that Flintstone is still closed. They haven't opened up yet. Can we hold a hope that they will not be given the license?
I don't know, I really don't know, because just by looking at the store right now, they've already, gone against cannabis regulations in terms of the way they have it set up. The fact that they are near schools and place of worship, I think the longer that they are not open, better chance they will not be open. And as I just said, when I was in the Middle East, inshallah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you haven't heard from them?
No.
Okay, all right, once everybody has voted, you can now submit your ballots. And do you have a report, Anton?
Well, hopefully the next 2 or 3 months, we won't be seeing so many applications, especially since for DOT, sidewalk seating and roadway seating, they have to, roadway seating has to be taken out by the has to be taken out already, so we won't see new applications till beginning of next year. In terms of cannabis, this way the Cannabis Control Board has been reinterpreting the law. There's still a lot of confusion, so I won't expect to be seeing many applications for the next month or two. We'll see what happens for the end of the year. Other than that, hopefully we'll keep our meeting shorter.
Okay, all right, next we have Budget and Government Affairs, Steve Perez, Chair.
Nothing to report.
Okay. Public Safety and Sanitation, Stu Desser, Chair.
We are examining a bill in Albany that would, divert people who are arrested from, criminal education to treatment if their criminal conduct is attributed to a mental health issue. So this month we heard from, a coalition that has been developing, supporting the bill. We're hoping next month that the New York, County District Attorney will join us. They don't object to diversion generally, but they had some concerns about this particular bill. And
Okay.
I have one comment.
Um,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for anybody that can come to this, can just, view that December meeting is a really good discussion, and I think that people would enjoy speaking and talking about.
okay. Housing and homelessness, Alec is not able to join us. I don't know, Sandra, did you want to, is Sandra?
She was earlier.
I'm here.
Did you give a brief report?
No, I didn't know that. I had no idea I was gonna give a report.
Well, you
So,
have to, but Alec couldn't make it last minute.
okay, all right. No, I'll pass on that one. Thank you.
Okay. Next we have Land Use and Waterfront, Gabe Turzo, Chair.
Okay, thank you. All right, so, in the neighborhood, we have a couple exciting things happening. This is now public, and I checked with them. At the 34th Street Ferry Dock, there's gonna be some short-term and long-term upgrades. So we all love the ferry. The short-term upgrades are gonna be elongating the piles below the berths for safety, and they're gonna improve line management at the station. They're gonna be sort of doing away with the strangely shaped seating area that is, fun but not functional. And there's gonna be some long-term upgrades in the area to the area around the station, integrating it better to the area around the parking lot and the water club. So it's gonna be one comprehensive and beautiful waterfront that we are gonna help shape from this room. How about that? EBD. Again, we're gonna be reviewing a potential open air cafe application at 245 East 54th Street. This is in a POPS, so it is pursuant to our purview here, and it's whenever we're talking about commercial space in a POPS, it's potential to get spicy. So if you want some entertainment, tune in and come to the meeting. And we're gonna be talking about a future reso to support the DEP's coastal resiliency efforts. And
Okay, and future meetings, probably not in November, but we're gonna be talking about maybe road salt and subsurface infrastructure as well. So, tune in and, any questions?
And just, the POPs is going to be discussed at the, well, Anton's committee is also going to take a look at that, the business affairs and licensing. Because it is a cafe and there's already an existing cafe, so it'll be sort of looked at both committees.
Agatha and I will be, fighting over the cafe.
Thank you for the update on modifications at the 35th Street Ferry Landing. Will there be any installation of heating elements?
At this time, I believe the answer is no.
Okay, Parks, Landmarks and Cultural Affairs, Neil Barkley, Chair. Neil is waving from the back, okay. Youth and Education, Katie Landa.
So at our October meeting, we changed our November and December meeting dates to November 18th and December 9th. And we had the parents from the Sauk School come to our meeting and ask us for help with opposing any merger of the school and for finding a new location. And at our next meeting on November 18th, the Children's Defense Fund and an organization called Youth Empower, which is an organization of former and current foster care youth, are going to present on their efforts to pass New York State legislation providing monthly income support to youth who are aging out of the foster care system. And then we'll also continue to discuss how we would like to respond to the concerns of the Sauk School parents. Any questions?
Both my kids went to Sauk, and I can attest it's an amazing school and worth saving. But the question is, what is the plan for that space if Sauk does go? Is that to go to Peter Sporty?
Sauk currently shares a building with an elementary school, PS 40, which needs room to expand.
That's all gonna become PS 40 is the point.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Jim has his hand up.
Do we know the elementary population of, and the capacity of Sauk and PS 40?
Probably not off the top of our heads.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into the weeds of that yet, but it looks like, we will. But my understanding is that the population of PS 40 has expanded, and then there's also the class size mandate that has to be met by 2028, I believe. So I think those are the two factors that make it impossible for the Sauk School to stay in its present location.
And read the document. I think it has a lot of very pertinent information that we received tonight. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, all right, we're going to move on. Board members, if you have any old or new business to state, please raise your hand. All right. Seeing none, we will now have our second roll call, and Justin will conduct the second roll call.
Members, I will now call on you for the second roll call. If you have not submitted your ballot, please do so now. If you are unable to use the digital ballot, CB6 will ask you for a vote on each of tonight's resolutions. Tanya Arias.
Present.
Kyle Atane. Neil Barclay. Marty Barrett.
Present.
Elby Barroso. Daniel Bernstein. Liz Burke. Absent. Jim Collins.
Yeah.
Stu Tesser.
Here.
Beatrice Disman.
Present.
Maya Donahue. Robert Fairfam.
Present.
Parag Friedman.
Present.
Jason Promowitz.
Present.
Eric Goldberg.
Present.
Justin Goldberg. Present. Gloria Hage. Rabia Iqbal.
Absent.
Paige Judge.
Present.
Paul Kakad. John Keller.
Present.
Kate Kennedy. Katie Landa.
Present.
Sandra Leftoff.
Present.
Anton Malner.
Present.
Sandra McKee.
Present,
Alec Militic.
absent.
Absent.
Richard Mintz.
Present.
Kevin O'Keefe. Reshma Patel.
Present.
Stephen Perez.
Present.
Will Perry.
Present.
Omar Karishi.
Not here.
Miriam Ralph. Michael Enroe. Lauren Shire.
Present.
Ann Seligman. Sandra Sherrod. Mubin Siddiqui. Letty Simon.
Excused.
Mark Thompson.
Present.
Gabriel Turso. Kat Valera. James Vera. Jerry Weinstein. Sarah Whittington. David Woods.
Present.
Shuya Zhao.
Okay, I'm just checking that we have everybody's ballot. Just Jason Fromowitz, we still need yours.
Now, sorry.
All right. Indeed we do. Okay, so. One last check to make sure that we have everybody's. And then we can proceed to the vote tallies. All right, we have everyone's. Okay, resolution 1A on the Mount Sinai Beth Israel capacity. Passes 34 in favor, none opposed, 2 abstentions, 1 not entitled. Transportation 2A, the one about the Lexington Avenue bus lane, 36 in favor, none opposed, 1 abstention, so it passes. 2B about the F&M subway train swapping, unanimous 37 in favor. It passes. The bundle of bulk 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D passes unanimously, all of them 37 in favor. Back to Sandy.
Okay, if there are no objections, we will now adjourn the meeting. Seeing no further business, the meeting is adjourned at 8:42. Thank you.